Hello. Alrighty, we are into a game. This team looks a bit younger than us. Yep, a bit younger than us. So, took me a while to get the game. I don't know why. Our team values actually dropped a little bit if you have a look at our team. For this game at least. We actually do have a full team, so 1640 is our current total. We'd been, what, 1800? I brought in a couple of new guys. I brought in Stoat and Weasel. Aside from that, we're looking good, but we are missing Boar, who continues to get battered. So yeah, I think 500k is as wide as it can go, so I guess after all this time it was like, I would just match you with somebody that's miles away from you. So we could see a wizard and a big dude. There's a couple of orc characters who are pretty decent. There's a troll that's pretty nasty. I think he's up to strength 6. Don't know if he's 300k. He might be more than 300k. I don't remember. I have put a little camera in the corner now. I'm sort of prepping for trying to get used to... Oh, they took my rerolls. Interesting. We'll see if they keep that. It can work really well, but I think we played a halfling team a while back and they got nothing from it twice. But yeah, I'm kind of prepping for streaming and I kind of want to improve my setup. So yeah, just kind of testing things out right now, trying the camera out. At some point maybe I'll make it bigger. I've kind of made it small right now because my little temporary green screen is pretty dodgy. It's just a square of what, like 2 or 3 foot by 3 or 4 foot green felt. But hey, it's sort of half working. What are they going to take here? Okay, looks like they have decided Halfling Master Chef. Maybe the characters aren't worth... I don't know, I think there's a couple that are good. I think even Varag, is it Varag Goldchewer? I think even he's pretty decent. But, you know, if they can take my rerolls, that could be pretty big. So, you know, not bad necessarily. Gotta watch out for those fireballs. I mean, we can try and protect against the lightning as best we can, but fireballs could be an issue. I've forgotten who we actually lost. It's been a couple of days since I played. I think we'll offend. Okay, so that's a swing of 1. Did we lose? No, we still have... Oh, that's right! We lost hair. Oh, that's actually pretty brutal. And I think I said I was going to try and blitz more with Stag, if I remember. So we have no claw. I was kind of... I'll be perfectly honest. I was going to try and kind of rely on hair to do some work here. So I guess we're relying on Stag, who is not as good at destroying people. Especially orcs. Against, like, humans, he'd be doing some decent work, but... But we still have our, you know, our 3 guard warriors. Yeah, you gotta ask yourself, the 300k, is it worth, like, him getting 1 extra reroll and me losing 1 reroll? I guess we'll find out as the game goes on. I guess it depends how bad we roll. But we do have a lot of block on the team, so... But yeah, this is a tough game for them, but not nearly as tough as if we had had hair. This is definitely them in with a chance. We don't have a spare because Borsma saying next game if nobody dies, which is a big if with a couple of Mighty Blow guys. We might be alright, but we should be able to utilize our guard here to do some good work. We kind of will cumulatively outstrength them. Okay. If, oh. Well, that's no good. I guess he just had a internet glitch. It's reset his time back up to 2 minutes. And it's done it again. That's kind of annoying, actually. I don't understand that. I feel like if you're... Let's see if it does it. Wow, okay. So it just keeps resetting his times 2 minutes. I haven't really come across this before. Like, only minor, in a minor way. Let's see what happens here. Honestly, I don't know. No, I think this would be a game we want to play. I was going to say, if we get a couple of, if they concede and we get a couple of MVPs, there's a much better chance that Moose and Wolf will level up. They're unlikely to level up in this game, just because... Okay, it looks like he's back, and his 2 minutes reset again. Wow, that's a nice little trick. Not that I'm saying it is a trick, really, but... But yeah, they're unlikely to pull injuries against these guys. So we're probably looking at, like, MVP or maybe a Vanity Pass at some point. Which is going to be harder with less rerolls, that's for sure. Okay, we have some action. Sorry for the slow start here. Hopefully it will not continue for the game. If it does, oof. I didn't really want this to be a super long game. But yeah, I forgot that... That's right, and I talked about maybe leveling up Skunk to become the next hare, but I decided that his tail kind of detracted from that. And I decided maybe a blodgy tail guy would actually be more useful, because like it helps his backfield control, because not only can he put that tail on people, but he can actually sorry, I'm having to think there. But he can also... Oh man, we could surf this guy possibly. I'm gonna try it, honestly. Which means you go here, because I don't need... But yeah, it just means that if they try and stand him up, he has a good chance of getting away. We should have some backfield supports, I think, leaving this guy back here. Okay, you can't technically... No, let's do this. So good hit there. Yeah, we should have good hits along the line here. I mean, he's given me a whole team to knock down. I want to try and do it if we can. Although if he gets perfect defense, I will be a little bit in trouble. That's a nice normal weather result and a nice normal kickoff. So, let's start here. Alright, not a double skull. This is going pretty well. Boom. We'll hit here. Very nice. I'm actually going to follow this. I'm going to try and apply my line of guard up a square if I can. To kind of make it awkward for this next. Alrighty. Beautiful. Now, will we be able to move this guy? Yes, we will. So yeah, we're just pushing our line of guard up to make it awkward for this next lion. And that's one of the most effective, you know, front situations we've had. Who do I want to pop in here? I am just gonna... He doesn't have any guards, so I'm gonna pop this guy in the middle. Because he won't be able to do a whole lot against that. I'm gonna pop this guy here. I'm gonna keep this guy back as a bit of a... you know, just to be careful. I'm gonna cover this in case Stag has an unfortunate problem. And then we're going to try this. Okay, just knocked him down. Alrighty, Stag. That is a solid start there for the Stagmeister. I think I'm going to pop this guy here just as a... Please don't surf my Minotaur. It would be tricky for him, but it's theoretically possible if he really wanted to do it, but that makes it a lot more awkward. Alright, picking up the ball. And I'm going to come all the way up to here because I feel relatively safe. I think I'm actually going to duck around the back with this guy in case of any wizard shenanigans. Yeah, happy with that. So not only did we manage to stun on the Black Orc, but we KO'd a lineman there. And I'm tempted to kind of stick close to the edge of the field because it looks like he is not too afraid of Frenzy. And we have Frenzy. I think you know where I'm going with this. But let's see what they're going to do. I gotta get used to all this light though. I don't know if I can... I need to think about if I can set up in a way that is not quite so light in my face. Little technical issues I'm trying to work around. I probably don't need to be as bright as this. I guess technically I'm here, right? I can't see it when I'm in game. So yeah, he could bring this guy down for an assist, but you'd need at least... You need to... somebody to... Yeah, I don't think he can really do a whole lot there. Yeah, he's got an awkward situation here. I guess he's realizing that, yeah, he... What's he got? Like, still 2 dice against here. Or did this guy... This guy stood up, so he can't do anything. This guy's got 2 dice against all the way across. Looks like he may as well dodge, honestly. You've got dodge. Use the free reroll. That said, he's got 4 oh, he is. Okay. So just going to put a bit of pressure here, which is fine. I mean, kind of. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's much more fortunate. A Blodgy Blitzer is very nice. Oh, that was, that doesn't help anything. Just for the record. Okay, he escaped the tentacles. Am I still gonna try and blitz him? Probably. This is gonna be a 1 dice, right? Yeah. We can go here. Alright, let's move the ball a touch in case things go wrong. Do we move up on that? Yeah, I think we keep moving up. Oh, it's so refreshing to roll all these powers here. Let's see. Do I go for you? Do I go for you? There's not much point in going for you. Very nice. Let's stay. Because you could go for you. Unfortunately, these guys can't really do a whole lot. I think it's Minotaur time. Let's push him towards the edge. If we can do anything at all. Okay, we can. Very nice. We're going to knock him over. And we are very happy there. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Okay, we're just gonna take the push. We can push him here. Stay and still get a hit in with our tackle now. And I think I'm gonna leave the tackle on it. I'm gonna like follow up on that. And sorry, Stoat. There we go. Overall, pretty happy. I don't think early indications are a not crazy experienced coach. I mean, the picks that he's got so far are pretty solid. But the leaving the guy on the flank was a bit risky. That's the main thing, honestly. And then the blitz, I don't know if it was worth that blitz around the corner. It didn't really achieve... I don't think it was going to achieve tons. Yeah, I don't know. The using the dodge instead of the GFI was quite nice there. I mean, you maybe see it more with elves because it's that much more reliable, but I think it's not a bad thing to go with. Alright, so what else have we got going on here? We need to get Bear pushing up here to get his guard in here, hopefully. I was, in the last video I posted, I was lambasted by my brother for not getting tentacles and getting guard on him, which is fair, honestly. But let's be honest, guard has been really useful for him. So I only feel bad in terms of our team. I don't feel bad in terms of the team. Okay, is this going to be his blitz? Is he going to 2 dice against blitz? Because if he is, this guy being here doesn't really make any difference. So we can put this hit in again, which is nice. Oh, nope, I take it back. Do I? Oh, it's nice that Stag's getting more in on the action though. He usually just stands around and complains. Or lays around and complains. Okay, he's gonna dodge it. Okay, no, he is going for 2 dice against. Fair enough. But he did use his reroll, so we will just clonk him. I guess I could have let him push me there, but he could have pushed and then moved. So yeah. Alright. So let's see if we can move up here. We can. Let's see if we can put the tackle in here. No, we'll just keep him there for the second. Let's see, what else can we do? We don't need to use the blitz here. So we can potentially blitz with Toad. So we're going to keep kind of pushing them back this way. Might actually blitz his mighty blow here. I was going to blitz this guy, but he's pretty well stuck in there. Yeah, I think we're going to move up into this gap here. I haven't entirely decided what I'm doing there. Let's hit this one while we can. I think we're still going to keep you here. Technically, no, you couldn't. I'm going to move up on this to provide more guard where I want it. And then let's do this Minotaur hit, if he's willing. Okay, where are we going with this? There we go. Come on, Stag. Beautiful. Okay, he is rewarding us for giving him some action. So I guess I'm beginning to learn my lesson here. Mighty Blow got us... I don't think we needed it, actually. We just rolled really high on both things. Hang on. Maybe it did something here? 10... Because we didn't need it on the armor. 10... Oh, I can't remember the thresholds. I thought KO was 9 and 10, so maybe hitting the 10 pushed it up to an 11 for the injury. Or maybe it's 8 and 9 is KO. I think it's 8 and 9 is KO. Is it? I don't know. That seems awful low. Alright, he has a legitimate 2 dice, which he's been having a tough time getting. That's why overall I like Guard better than Mighty Blow, but I know Mighty Blow has its place and it does things. And we have been wrecked by teams using it. He's actually not rolled the bestest. He has rolled a bunch of pushes at times when he has blocked. Okay. He's not getting really great blitzes though, which is nice. Because he can't really. He's marked up Stag again, which is risky. No. No, I think if anything... Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no. There's not really a great way of doing this. I guess this would be the best. Oof. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you could do that, but it's... Oh, but you're also dodging away from tail. Eek. Yeah, I think that was probably a better option. You can follow it as well and get around the back here. So this guy's being a little bit of a pest now. Oh, risky though. He's burning through those rerolls unless he lets this one go. Nope. Yeah, I don't know that that was worth it, but I understand. Okay, so... Oh man, I could technically... No, I can't surf him because... No. Never mind. I do want to get him off though. Could try and knock him into the warrior, but the warrior is likely to move, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's bring this guy up and knock him into here if he's willing. If he falls over, I'll knock him into this guy. If he doesn't, I'll just knock him into space. Okay, space it is. Now that's a little bit of an issue. I think we have to now do a reversey cage. Which is going to be here. And here. This is a bit touching on the risky side now. I think I can free people up there to come and help. That's not quite what I wanted, but I think it's still okay. Yeah, I have to bring this guy up to help with this. We're kind of banking a lot on that working. Not quite what we wanted, but it kind of keeps him a bit sort of tied in. Alright, stag. Legendary. I'll just keep this guy close. So yeah, when I say reversey cage, I mean, because this guy is free now, I wanted to switch to the other side, to his side. I technically could take one of these hits, but it's not worth it, because they're on... all of these are on 1 dice right now, apart from this guy who's on 2 dice against. Even hitting this way, these guys are on 1 dice, so this is kind of a bit risky. If you get to the end of the turn, I think it's worth 1 dying this way, and then he can hit the warrior and run somebody up. So tired. Okay, yeah, going pretty well so far though. The warriors are possibly getting a little too stuck in, you know, stuck on the black orcs, but I mean, they're keeping them out of my way, so... Oh, he has a 2... Yep. There we go. It's my, me forgetting that he can hit the other way. So yeah, he had a 2 dice there. He used block, which makes sense. Could have probably followed in on that if he had wanted to. Oh, he got the power on Skunk. Skunk falls over, so he's freed up this guy, who could move up to assist over here now, if he wants. 4, 5. Could technically move all the way up here if he wants to really pressure me, which he probably does. Must try not to forget the wizard as well. But yeah, at some point he's going to start getting his mighty blow on our beastman, and he's going to start getting rid of him. This could be that very moment. Okay, Dove hanging in there. So the question is, what do we get next? Do we get, because we're going to either probably make Toad or Rabbit our Killer Blitzer. Don't think that's worth re-rolling, really. So the question is, do we get the Mighty Blow or Claw first? If I get them Claw, we will face Skaven or Wood Elves in the next game. Okay, I don't know if I agree with that timing. I guess he thought maybe I was going to run it in next turn, but I wasn't. I don't think I want to connect here. I think I do want to release Rabbit into the main fray. So by hitting this guy and staying where I am, I kind of hold both of these guys up. But I just want to kind of get a little safer up top here. I can kind of push this guy back. That's okay. We can kind of follow that up. Keep our guard in check on these guys. I think I have to try and pick up the ball first. It's on a 2+ with a reroll, so fingers crossed. Okay. Fingers a little bit worried, but okay. Have we blitzed? We have not. So the question is, do we blitz here? Or do we... If we blitz here, we're on 3 dice. I quite like that. Yeah. Alright, Stag. Good work. And Stag's gonna come on down here, so as to assist this. Not quite what we were looking for, but we can kind of keep it connected. And we don't have a perfect setup, but we have the ball again. And it's not easy for him to get over there. We got tentacles on the blitzers that are closest, and the bludgy guy has to run through some tackle zones. But yeah. Oh, is this an unnecessary concession? Because things aren't going badly. Okay, yep. Well, on the plus side, Stag did manage to get some SPP before the concession, so that is nice. Alright, and we got some money. Okay, this wasn't quite what we were looking for, but Toad getting MVP is okay. If it had been our 2 Chaos Warriors, we'd have been really happy, but they are determined to ever be on the cusp of leveling up until they die, probably. But yeah, like, nothing was really happening there. We were controlling the game, but like, we hadn't really got a lot of armor breaks. We'd just done a lot more blocking because of all our guard. So I think what that's going to come down to is a bit of a wash here. Yeah. So we're back up to our 1800 for the next game, which is a nice round number. Yeah, Toad or Rabbit. Or if they go really nuts, I suppose Dove, Stoat or Weasel. Basically whichever Beastman decides to level past block. Maybe we give somebody else Claw. Maybe we give Mighty Blow to one of those guys, and then we throw a silly Claw on, like, Stoat or Weasel. It's not the worst thing in the world. Keeps with our mutations theme as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mutations right now. Not as much as we like, but I will say in fairness to us, some people have died that had some. What does that put us at? 25, 4, 13. That's semi-respectable. I don't think I've looked at this for a while. Let's see. Oh, we're just hanging on in there in the top 100. That's nice. Who's at the top now? There's that orc team we played. They've had a rough time of it since playing us. They've had another 3 losses, which is unfortunate because it's dropped them down a bit. Although they're still by far the top orcs. They're probably not playing anymore, unless they need to replace some players. But I think the team was pretty solid. Lizardman at the top is actually really impressive. And Dark Elf in second. Yeah, it's kind of going against that whole vibe. I mean, wow, that is. I think we played these guys at some point, probably early on. I dread to think what that Lizardman team looks like. But humans, Dark Elves, Lizardmen, Wood Elves, Amazons, like, this is interesting, and it begs the question: why do we never play any of these races? Like, I think we've played a Lizardman. We've played Dark Elves a few times, in fairness. I don't know if we played this team or not. I forget there's loads of Dark Elves. Maybe we played one human. I don't know if we played a Wood Elf. Maybe. I think we maybe played one Amazon. I think we have played a couple Skaven. Chaos Wood Elf. Dark Elf, Skaven, Dwarf. Played plenty of Necromantic. Plenty of Chaos. We have played Khemri a few times. There's a bunch that we haven't played. We've played Chaos Dwarfs a few times now. Don't know if we've run into High Elves. High Elves don't tend to get played a whole lot. That's why I like to play them in some ways. I think we've run into a Norse at some point. There's a bunch of teams that aren't being represented here though. Up near the top. Elven Union, that's their first one, I think. Underworld. My brother with his team, well, both his teams, seems to run into Underworld every single game somehow. That's Zolgrax, in case you want to check out some more Blood Bowl playing. That's his channel. Sorry, I'm just, I guess, wasting a touch of time at the end of the video here, just because that was a pretty short game. Vampires. This may be the team I play next season. Just, I guess I could quickly touch on what I'm wondering about doing, which is 2 teams, 1 vampires, 1 Bretonians. You get 4 vampires, and I forget I have a camera now. You get 4 vampires on a vampire team. You also get 4... There we go. You get 4... I forget if they call them blitzers or... Basically the knights. I think they might call them blitzers. On Bretonnians. So I'm thinking of doing like a dead and alive version of the team. Both running in the league. Yeah, I just thought that could be fun. So it'll all be the same names, but just the dead and live versions. See how they go. Bretonnians I have played before. And they're quite fun. Depending on... if you can get a couple of good stat-ups, they're really solid. If you can get a couple of agility or strength blitzers, they're pretty solid. Vampires, I think I've maybe played 1 or 2 games with. They are weird. The vampires are great, but the rest of the team is not. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm wondering about playing, just for a little change up. I'm definitely ready for a little break from Chaos, although I am enjoying this team. But yeah, it's good to rotate. I'm not somebody that likes to just play the same thing over and over again. I'm somebody that likes to get decent with, whatever I can. So yeah, I think those would be fun. There's a bunch of teams that, like, I haven't played Amazons. I basically haven't played most of the teams that came in the like the Legendary Edition. I guess if I go back to create a team, yeah. So of the original, played a bit of Human. Don't really like them. Well, I do like them, but yeah, not as much as other teams. That's probably the way to put it. Orcs I do like playing. Dwarfs I've actually played a lot with dwarfs. I guess just to understand them, and I've done all right at times. But they're a satisfying team in the sense that they can often grind out good results, but they're not like they're not like Skaven. Skaven are super fun. I would happily play Skaven again. They do a bit of everything. High Elves I've played a decent... All the Elves I've played a decent amount. These probably the least, but even so I've put a lot into them, and had some good High Elf teams. Dark Elves are obviously my number 1 team. So here's Bretonnians. So yeah, you've got the 4 like knightly guys, the 4 blockers who are just kind of like the mid-range ones that can get the strength skills, which is cool. And then you get the linemen. They can be tricky to play, but they also are a pain to play against once they've skilled a few of their guys up. Chaos I played a lot. Wood Elves I have played almost as much as Dark Elves, I think. But I think I lean into the Dark Elves because Wood Elves are that much less reliable because of their flimsiness. Like, they pull off better shenanigans, but they do break, and it hurts. You have games where just everybody dies, like on the first few turns. If you just get a bit of bad luck with that. Lizardmen, I really haven't played much. They're one of my least played teams. So it'd be interesting to play as them sometime. Norse I hate. Not for any good reason, just because I've always struggled against them for some reason. Maybe at some point I should try them out. Undead I haven't played a lot. Necromantic I've played a decent chunk with. I do really enjoy them. Nurgle, I still have a Nurgle team that I occasionally play in the open league, and it's fun, but they take so long. I mean, it's like playing Chaos, but they take even longer to get to a good place. And then yeah, so all the other ones, you're like Pro Elves, Camry, Chaos Dwarfs, Amazons, Vampires, and then all the stunty teams. Kislev, I have not really played a whole lot of any of those, if at all, because I only have them on the PlayStation. So if I get the upgrade, which I'm thinking about doing for next season, I have the potential to play a bunch of stuff. So I could either do the Vampire Bretonnian thing, which is just fun thematically, or I could pick a team I'm solid with, or at least decent with, and then a really wacky team like goblins, or I don't know if I want to try halflings. ogre. I don't know, one of those wild teams. So I could go kind of like I could split it even further. Because it would be interesting to play those, but it's gonna really hurt my records. But yeah, so I guess lots of ideas. The Brett Vampire one, I'm kind of just leaning towards because it seemed like a fun idea. To play the two like going back and forth. But I mean, it's one of those things where every time I go to play, obviously my first thought is, should I play some kind of elf? Because I really like playing elves. But after that, I like want to play everybody else as well. The fact I have hardly played lizards is a bit sad. Yeah, even undead are pretty cool in their own way. Maybe a bit dull, dare I say it, but yeah, having the big guys. I just don't play teams with big guys a lot. I don't really, not really into the mentality of big guys. I'd rather have 11 small guys, which is maybe why a Minotaur doesn't get a lot of love. But let's face it, Stag was great that game. He bossed them pretty well, and he got a SPP. So I guess for the moment, especially if we get games where he doesn't come up against stuff that just horribly mutilates him, he's going to be something of a blitzer where we can use him a bit more, make him happy, because that seemed to make him happy. Alright, that's enough waffling. I'm going to head off now. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was kind of a short one. I don't know, I feel like